Hi there, this is Jacob Nash, and this is a review of Module 41 on emotion. So what are emotions? Emotions are just simply responses that involve physiological arousal, expressive behaviors, and conscious experience. Sorry if I sound strange in this video, I just woke up. So there you go. Okay, 5 emotion theories to know. So there are 5 theories about why emotion happens. Really, the most important ones are the first 3. It still might be useful to know the last 2. First one is James Lang. James Lang theory says that it's in 3 things, 3 steps. Sight, change, emotion, SCE. That's what they said, right? And then Cannon-Bard, sight, change, and emotion. So it's the same as James Lang, the James Lang one, but instead of change and emotion being separate and one after the other, they're at the same time. That's the only difference between those two. Then really this one you can just call it 2-factor, but you may see it as that, and I'm not going to say that. So sight, change, and cognitive label emotion. So it's the same as James Lang, but during change, there's also a cognitive label. So what does that mean? A cognitive label is just kind of like something where someone will be like, I'm scared. So I think an example that they might have had in the textbook was that if you see a car go on the wrong side of the road when you're driving about to head-on crash into you, you see that, then you have a physiological change and a cognitive label. Oh, great, I'm about to die, possibly. And that's the cognitive label. And then emotion ends up being fear. That's how the 2-factor theory would say that it would be. So really those 3 are the most important, but you also might want to know Sejong and Lei Duox. That one just says that responses may or may not occur without appraisal. Appraisal is kind of just like thinking about it or designating something as dangerous or not. Then the Lazarus one is pretty similar, but it just says that cognitive appraisal is what defines emotion. So, like I said, top 3 are really the ones you need to know. Polygraph, this is just a lie detector. Well, so people say. It really is a change detector. So these aren't completely valid. They are, as far as I know, they're not allowed to be used in court because some people might just change just because they're fearful. They don't know what's happening, or they're like, oh, I want to say the right thing so they don't put me in jail. That's why they can't be used, because it doesn't detect lies, it detects changes. All right, so let's remember the 2 types of processing that there are, bottom up, top down. Bottom up is basically when we use our senses. So bottom up, like imagine if you step on a nail or something, that's gonna go bottom your foot up to your brain. Ah, that hurt. That's bottom up processing. Top down is using our past experiences. So I remember something. Oh, I know what it is. So it starts up in your brain, then it goes down. Questions. According to the James Lang theory, what precedes emotion? So that means what's before emotion. Remember, that's the physiological change or response. Remember, SCE. Before E is C, change. What are the 2 components of the Schachter and Singer theory of motion? Apparently, I can say that, but that's the 2-factor one, remember? They say that to experience emotion, one must be physically aroused. So I didn't really say that these were 2 components, but they say that you have to be physically aroused and cognitively label that arousal. What does the polygraph machine detect? Don't say lies. It really measures physiological responses. Create an example of top-down processing. Early saw a white pizza-shaped sign that said, yo, Early knew that this was a faded old yield sign because of his past experience and knowledge of those signs shaped what those shaped signs usually say, whatever. Okay, well, that was kind of a weird example, but it's just basically it did start at the brain and it went down, top down, and it starts at the brain from a past experience. Okay, there you go. Thanks for watching.